This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reep.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reep Show. Heffron and Reep. Shameless plugs.
For the love of God, please come see us live. All right, that's how we pay the bills, basically. We're doing this for free. You can come see me. I'm going to be in Virginia Beach pretty soon in April. Also going to be in Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, all over Tennessee. And then I'm going to be in Marion, North Carolina. That's not too far from Hickory. You can get all those dates at heffronandreep.com if you check out the tour dates tab. Also, my buddy, mi amigo, John Heffron, in the month of May, he's going to be in Kansas City and in Atlanta. Go see him at the Improv and the Punchline. Am I right? Did I get those right?
I'm good. I'm just curious. Well, you have the same ages. How do you get to be in Tennessee back to back to back? That makes way more sense than how I would do it. They would have me go to Virginia Beach and then Guam and then to Nashville and then to Russia and then back to Chattanooga. Like, however you do this, John Reep, you're doing it way smarter and
I
more
don't know.
effective
Your agents
than
are
me.
looking out for you. They want you to get those freaking flyer miles. So you're getting more miles than me.
I'm
so
not
I'm
bragging. I was executive platinum within 3 months.
I hate you.
How about that?
Wait a second. Are you, because they're merging, are you going to get a lot of miles with American and U.S. Airways, that huge merger? Are you going to be like George Clooney now, up in the air?
I already have I am exactly 17,000 miles away from 2 million miles.
All right, I hate him.
That might sound cool, but I want you to ask me later, am I happy?
All right, so that when you go see John Heffron live after the show, go up to him and ask him if he's happy.
Yeah, that'll be okay. Yeah, you have to shake our hand and go, are you happy?
That's it.
Moving on.
I always feel safe. I always feel like my kids can listen.
Most definitely.
It's awesome.
It's just plain family fun.
This is the Heffron and Reep Show.
Yes, thank you for tuning in again to another awesome episode of the Heffron and Reep Show. I'm John Reep. I'm the caboose. I'm the back end. No sexual innuendos there. And sitting across from me, as always, Mr. John Heffron. Heffron, as he likes to be called. And we have a very, very exciting episode today. Today, we're going to be talking about the latest in technology. I'm talking about Google Glasses. John, what do you know about these things?
John Reep, Google Glasses. Would you wear them? Yes or no?
I think I'd try them for a minute. Although I would feel ridiculous, though. I would look like an idiot walking around in those things.
I think everyone's going to have them.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
It's the future. There's no way around it.
I think everybody's going to have them, and here's what we need to do. We just need to just go, we're not going to make fun of the people who wear them, and then we can all just wear them. Because you ever see a lot of Japanese people, when they're really sick, they wear doctor's masks.
Yeah.
But in the U.S., we don't do it because you think that looks dumb. Like, so if you had a doctor mask on, you're like, oh, that guy has SARS. But if we all just agreed, listen, we know what it looks like, but when you have a cold, because you were raised by wolves and you don't know how to cover your mouth when you cough, wear this mask, then everybody would not be sick. So, if we could agree, on that, yes, the Google Glasses might look silly, but there's probably a lot of really cool things that would go on when you wear them, then we can all wear them.
What do you know about them so far? I mean, I've seen a little bit of a commercial where a guy's like walking around and he sort of, as he's looking around his environment, there's a map situation that sort of pops up and says, over here's a Starbucks, over here's the fire hydrant, over here is this thing.
Well, think about it this way. I mean, they're going to be used strictly for, everything's used for hookup. The comedy club I was at last week, one of the servers who was gay, he has an app on his phone that lets you find gay guys.
Yes, I've heard about this.
So he logs in.
I mean, someone else told me about it.
Did you get the premium? So he can log in, and then it tells him if another gay guy's within 20 yards or 200 miles. Although, I don't know why gay guys would need an app to let you know, because I could pick out a gay guy without an app. It's pretty easy.
Wait, is the name of the app Gaydar?
I don't know.
Okay, because that'd be good.
But then it has profiles on there, and then you could see, I like this guy, read his profile, and then you can let him know, hey, dude, I'm right by you.
Because we all know
I'm right by you, rubbing up against you.
Right.
So those glasses I would assume, would end up having those type of apps eventually. You could just walk around and look around, and eventually you'll have glasses on, and you could be at a bar and see what girl's on their menstrual cycle. What girl has a boyfriend?
Yeah.
So then when she's like, "How are you?" You're like, "Oh, you have a boyfriend.
will
Buy your
be
own booze."
in your like top right hand eyeball corner.
So I'm
you know
all
what's gonna
over
be?
'em.
It's gonna be like right now. It's glasses, right? That's the next step. Well, and you're right. Everything does progress because of men trying to get laid, whether it be with another man or a woman. I mean, that's why all technology moves forward. Is how can I get laid one more time?
Did
or
you
how
see
can
that they have
help
this
me
thing
masturbate or whatever it is?
where there's this machine where you can stick your junk in it, and somebody on the other end of the internet can control what's happening to your junk in this machine. So a girl can get you a virtual handy.
Really?
Yeah. And
That's
it simulates that.
That would kind of scare me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't like the idea of putting my junk in a machine.
Yeah, but it'll be on your computer. But then you just know that then Time Warner's going to call you and go, "You're using up a lot of bandwidth this month."
You're like,
Is
that's
there a reason
because
you
I'm
want
hung like a mule.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Although I was telling my wife about the Google glasses. Like I do some like workout stuff on the TV. Mm-hmm. And where I end up always jacking my neck is, speaking of jacking.
Wait a second. You're not talking about masturbating there.
No, we're done talking about masturbating.
But when you say
moved on.
jacking your neck.
I'm talking about,
like
hurting my neck.
Okay.
When you're watching, let's say, a yoga DVD,
right,
you end up hurting yourself because you're doing yoga moves, and then you're looking up at the TV to see if you're doing it right, which you're not supposed to do. But now, with the glasses, wherever your head is, you're seeing exactly what you need to, so you can keep in the right positions. I'm assuming. Or we should create that for the glasses.
That'll be an app you create.
I bet you it'll
and I'll
exist.
Brainstorm. I got one now. Football app, live football. You know how people go to? It could be a NASCAR race too. Like now they're saying more people like to stay at home and watch football because the game is better to watch it on TV than it is to watch it live. Depending on where you're sitting, you don't get to see all the stats. You don't get to hear. There's lots of things you miss out when you're actually at the ball game. Believe it or not.
Right.
So now. You get the Google glasses. You put those on. You see the first down yellow line. You see all the stats, the score, all that stuff right there in front of you while you're at the game.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah. But see, in my head, I'm just fast forwarding to like a Mr. Magoo scenario, Roadhog, and the guy he's trying to drive, and it's another way for someone to get hurt.
Or do you think we're at the,
Mr. Magoo glasses?
I think it's called, I forgot the term, but there's somebody, we weren't born into a lot of this technology. We're adapters because this technology was given to us and then we're adapting to it.
Right.
Where there's a lot of kids who were born into that technology, so they didn't need to adapt to it. It's always been there.
Right.
So we could just we'll be at those like weird ass, like, older people or people who got, like when lights were invented, and the last like 10 years of their lives they had to deal with electricity, and then they die. Yeah. We might be like there, where eventually people's brains will be able to handle all that info, walking with it, seeing that enhancement, and all that stuff. We're just people our age. We just, we're like, this is cool, but I know, buddies of mine who travel a lot and had kids, and their kids at 1.5, 2 years old know to look at the camera, know to look at the iChat. So, and their lives have never not known that. They look into the, the computer and they see daddy. They're not like, oh, this is cool, I get to Skype. They're like, oh no, sometimes my dad is wherever that magic place is.
Do you think that's good or bad, or it doesn't matter?
I think it's all going to evolve that way, and you just have to deal with it.
I'm excited about the future. I like Google Glasses.
What is going to happen? And let's put it on our thing, because I see it now.
It's going to evolve.
You stare at, let's just take it for us. I stare at people all the time with their phones out.
Yeah.
At shows. And listen, if you're gonna go to a comedy show and you're gonna look at your phone, I'm okay with that because you're like, oh well, my babysitter might call. No, they're not calling.
Right.
But when I see people looking at Facebook, scrolling through the news feed, that's the thing that I'm like, are you that unable to be present?
Yeah, you can't be detached from.
But
your
what are you
social
going to do when
network.
everybody's wearing Google glasses and recording
At
you?
least you won't
with
know
glasses?
it. Maybe.
You'll
At least
see
you
them
won't
with
be
the
aware of
glasses.
it. Oh, but maybe they're just wearing them because they need to. Maybe it's glasses that are also have a prescription in them that happen to be Google glasses. That's what I'm hoping. Although I just saw online the newest Google glasses don't even have frames. I mean, it's just a band with that stupid little nose clip and then a little thing for your eye, but there's not actual glasses in the Google glasses. Much like the Steve Martin in The Jerk, where he just had the thing and he got sued. Yeah. That's where it's
I
going.
predicted this. I told my wife this in my lifetime. We're doing random technology predictions.
Right.
Do you ever have one of those Rumbas? Those
Oh,
robot,
I know what you're I don't have one.
Well, we had one for our house because we have a lot of animals.
Yeah.
So we hook it up and it runs around and picks up stuff, but it loses its way back to the base or whatever. But
it does.
It's a robot that picks up the stuff. In our lifetime, there would be robot snow shovelers.
That'd be great.
That was my thing. They're going to eventually have to create some type of Roomba that you put outside on your driveway, and it shovels snow for you. Why would we not have robots that shovel snow, but a personal one?
Yeah.
That just goes back and forth, and you can even make it look like a robot with a shovel.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're the ones that will then attack us because they're sick of shoveling snow.
Right.
But
And also,
that won't be in our lifetime.
Blow leaves for those that don't get snow. We don't get snow out here, but we could use someone to blow the leaves around. But then you're taking jobs, John.
From what? Like a 12-year-old?
No, illegal immigrants.
Who would
dare
shovel
you.
snow?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about blowing leaves.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna happen.
That's technology.
I think
technology has been taking jobs its whole lifespan. Technology.
I think that will happen. Holograms will happen in our lifetime. We're never going to see a hovering car.
Well, with nanotechnology, all this crap's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and you're going to take a pill, or you're going to get like a surgery done in your ear, where that's the earpiece, and then there'll be a filling that you put in your tooth. That's the microphone, and now the phone is in your head. And so the iCloud is basically your brain, and that's where we're headed. And I'm looking for. I hope I live long enough to get there.
We will.
Yeah.
I think.
But until then,
I'm going the opposite way.
We're stuck with Google Glasses.
I'm going the opposite way. Actually, I was online looking recently.
And if you're thinking about getting Google Glasses, maybe go to heffernandreap.com, click on our Amazon link, see if you can buy Google Glasses there. That way we get a little something.
That would help.
Yeah. I don't know if you can get them on Amazon, though.
I think you can get them yet, right?
Okay.
I'm going to go just the opposite.
Yeah.
We're getting a note right now. And I can't wait. What was that say?
What would you look for
with the
Google Glasses?
This
what would you look for? Yeah, because it's like there's maps involved, right? So
yeah, they would have that
search. Well, of course. What does everyone look for?
No, they're going to have.
Search is technology. Better Google Glasses.
I would probably see. I saw this. There's an app that lets you know how many. There's sensors in bars. I don't know if I've talked about this before, where the sensors will let you know how many people are in that bar, what the age of that bar. It's all through facial recognition.
Ooh.
So you can go and see there's 22 people there, and of that, there's 11 girls that are average 22 years old, and then there's 2 old dudes that are 45.
Yeah.
Like they're starting to incorporate.
Heffernan and Reap's there.
Yeah, but but remember back in the day when I used to, we used to go to bars at our age. You would drive to some place, you'd go in, and you go, "This place sucks. Let's jump in the car. Let's drive someplace else."
Yeah.
And you would do that
What
run.
a waste of time.
You'd literally be in 5 to 6 different bars by the end of the night. Now with these glasses, you'll be able to just drive around and just look.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to drive around. You just go straight to the place. I mean, you have to be. You have to be looking. You don't have to be searching. You just put on your Google Glasses, wink, wink, wink. Search for. Yeah. How do you search? I mean, is there a keyboard?
You probably be able to.
Where's the key? Do you just talk? Is it
to
like
talk? I would
imagine.
imagine
A Siri function, maybe like a voice activated.
You know who needs Siri? Since I guess we're talking about technology, this entire thing. I have Apple TV.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I do, too.
They need to have Siri on Apple TV because I hate scrolling. I want to find. I tried. Now, don't judge me, but I wanted to watch there's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie called I Am Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Is this
whatever.
new?
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of funny, I think. I took a sleeping pill and didn't make it halfway through. But I was typing Jean-Claude.
Oh, my God.
I want to be able to take the remote,
Gene.
hit a button, and go, find me all the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, and then have Apple TV just throw them all on there. There's no reason to type anymore.
Thank you. That needs to happen. How do we make? I mean, we have great ideas. How do we make people do them?
If you want to hire Heffern and Reap as a think tank, you let us know. Maybe that's how we do it. We'll sit around and we'll think about anything for your business. And I'm telling you, I can crank. Just think of any. Well, John, I'll show you. I'm going to show you how good I am.
Wait. Okay. Apple TV.
Okay.
You had a great idea. I got a great idea.
Okay, perfect.
All right. You travel with your Apple TV?
I do not, but I thought about it.
Okay, I do. And I hook it up to the hotel TVs. And the problem is, a lot of times, to get on the Wi-Fi, you have to accept the terms and conditions on a web browser. But Apple TV doesn't have a web browser. Like, it just has Apple TV. So you can click on the Wi-Fi, and you're getting full bars. But you're not connecting because you haven't hit the yes, I agree to the terms and conditions. Because Apple TV doesn't have a web browser. There needs to be a way where you can have a web browser to accept the terms and conditions of hotel room Wi-Fi. But there's a way around that, which I've discovered. You have to call the 1-800 technical support of that.
Already, that's too much work.
It's too much work, and you got to get an allowance. It's a pain in the butt to do. I do it, but because they don't have a web browser. So get on that Apple TV. Siri and web browser.
To show you how old I am, I remember when I first started doing comedy when I was like 18, 19, 20 years old.
5 years ago.
I was working with road comics who were probably my age at the time.
Right.
And everybody had this system. They would bring their VCR in, right? And they figured out that if you unplugged the cable from the TV, plugged it into your VCR, and then changed the channels on your VCR thing when you used to be able to do that, you'd get free Spice.
You get more channels. Oh, you get free
porn.
Spice?
You get free porn.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, because remember back in the day when you rented porn from a hotel, they would give you like 4 or 5 minutes of preview. And then you could just go through every single one, and that equals like 20 minutes of porn, and you were done probably the first preview. If you took a running
they were smart.
Start.
Yeah, I can finish. It sounds like Name That Tune.
But you were bringing, that was it. You're bringing
porn in 2 seconds.
Well, you're bringing your Apple TV, and then back in the day, guys would bring their VCR. See how nothing changes?
Right.
Technology might change.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're still all you're doing is it's just the same thing.
Yeah.
Like even this podcast, it's like, oh, it's this new technology. It's podcast. No, it's not. It's 1920s radio. Right. That's all podcasting is old school. It's just communication.
We need to do some theater.
Yeah.
That'd be a new thing we can do, like old school radio theater. What do they call it? Like when you actually read the script and stuff?
What were we talking about right when I was like saying something? And
Apple TV.
No, here's the thing. Our think tank. Think tank. Just give me any a field.
You want me to do it right now?
And I'll show you how I can just brainstorm and make that area of business, whatever it is.
Any field?
Better, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're talking technology now. Do you want me to just pick another field?
Pick a field.
Any other field?
Just like a business. Like a business you would have, and I'll show you how I would make it better.
Oh, okay.
You can just pick a...
Pro sports.
What?
Pro sports.
Pro sports.
Yeah. Or sports.
Any sport
Sure.
whatsoever.
I'm trying to leave it lots of room for you to wiggle here. Sports.
That's probably the toughest one. Let's get really specific.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's do automotive sports. No, let's do football. How can you make football better, John?
Here's how I'd make football better. Ready?
Yeah.
I would have a section, and you're going to have to pay a little bit more money.
Wait a second. Are you just now coming up with this?
Yes.
You've never thought of this before?
Correct.
I love this. Keep going.
Okay. So it'll be kind of like the Madden section.
Okay.
And then during the game, one play... The people in the audience, the fans, get to decide what happens.
The play. They get to choose the play?
They get to play.
Like a video game?
Yeah.
You get to choose the play.
Yeah, and you as a coach, you won't know when that happens.
I love it.
And then we can upsell.
It's making football more interactive with the fans, which is what they want to do anyway.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Okay, that's not an overly good one, but you see.
Oh, sorry.
You're
Right. I should have said that was good.
Yeah.
I haven't. Can I do one?
Sure.
I'm going to stick with football, though.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie to you. I've thought about this in the past.
Okay.
So this is not
Let's hear it.
improv.
Okay.
This is not off the top of my head. Okay. Do you remember the XFL?
Yes.
Remember when they came out?
Right.
Not a bad idea.
Okay.
Not a bad idea. The cheerleaders were hotter. They were like lace. They looked more like X-rated cheerleaders.
Okay.
The XFL is why we have a camera that zips across the whole field now. The NFL stole that from the XFL.
Okay.
They had a helmet cam, and they had a lot of great ideas. Now, here's what I presume will make the NFL a little bit better. This could be fun. Kickoffs, they're not as good. I mean, 9 times out of 10, a kickoff is just they touch back.
Right.
They catch it and they kneel down in the end zone, and then we move on. I say we get rid of the kickoff. Instead, we incorporate in an NBA style beginning of the game more of a tip off. So you get
Like
the ref.
rugby.
No, like in the center of court, center of the field. The ref takes the football,
Right.
and he throws it up in the air, like he spins it like a spiral straight into the air, much like a tip ball in the NBA.
Right.
And so you get your tallest receivers. They jump up, they tip it to their team or whoever they tip it to. Whoever catches it, the game starts right there. It's a free play. It's like smear the queer. We're going right now. You catch the ball and you try to run to the end zone.
And by the way, queer has nothing to do with your sexual orientation, and we
Right.
completely think that if your partner passes away, you deserve all the money that they would leave for
That
you.
is exactly
We
right. That is not a
completely
derogatory term.
into,
It is a simple game that
smear
was
the queer
played when we
was
were
definitely-
younger kids, and
Yeah.
it was only because it rhymed
Not knowing what the word
it only
queer
rhymed
meant.
with smear.
Exactly.
That's why.
that would work.
But think about that. That's starting a football game. Interesting.
What about this?
There's always a tackle right away. There's a live game going on right there.
I thought of this at a comedy club. Ready?
Yeah. Football? Something different.
Serving peanut butter and jelly sandwiches
Where?
at the comedy club. They try to be comedy clubs
Yeah.
try to be real restaurants, and it just
Yeah.
listen. You're not.
Right.
You like to think you are, but you're not.
Yeah. Is this just because you love peanut butter and jelly?
This is why.
Okay.
But what about this? You know how Amazon has, hey, you bought this, you might like,
Yeah.
and then you could buy this with this.
Right.
What about if at the end of your show, you know how comics always say stuff? Mm-hmm. I know you're coming 2 weeks later. So from the stage, I go, I had a great time tonight. By the way, if you guys enjoyed me, John Reap's coming in 2 weeks.
The comic says it.
And right now, if you buy tickets as you're leaving, John Reap's tickets are normally $25. I guess because John Reap's a friend of mine, the club will let you buy those tickets for $10.
Wow.
They told me to say that. Okay, so now
Smart.
Now we've plugged it. We've
Yep.
given a personal endorsement, and then the club gives you, as a comic, a kickback for every ticket you sell that night. So now you're not selling a dumb T-shirt. You're not selling a dumb bumper sticker. You're giving product for something people are already into.
Right.
You're pushing your friends, and then you get a little bit of money. You get a little sugar.
Did
You get a little vig.
How come this isn't happening?
Because, I'm just a dumb entertainer.
No, you're not.
I would do that.
You're like Doc from Back to the Future.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Well, let's get on that. Let's make some emails. Let's make some phone calls. Let's try it with just me and you. I'll be in Virginia Beach. I'll propose.
I want to
this.
make some money, to be honest
I'll
with
propose
you.
this to the manager in Virginia Beach and see what he says. Are you going to Virginia Beach anytime soon?
I think so.
All right. Well, let me know when that is. I'll plug your dates, and I'll see if I'll sell tickets right then and there. We'll see how it goes, if they let us do it, right?
Yeah, because here's what they're going to say. They're going to say that, well, there's nobody to staff that and blah, 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 and
Right. Well,
So
maybe I'll
they're always
just plug
gonna
it
have-
anyway because I like you. You're my friend.
But even with all this technology, I have to say that I'm going backwards in technology
You are.
because I've been looking online at camps and property. I found 675 acres in Michigan. 675, dude. That's
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 a lot for sale in Michigan right now. You
That's,
talking Detroit area? or just
675
all over?
acres is a lot of. No, it's pine trees. You're
wow.
gonna mow that lawn. That's gonna take you a little bit of time.
Yeah.
How much do you think the complete pine trees? Like, just imagine, just wooded, full on. Do you realize how 675? Do you realize how much that is? I mean, acre wise. I mean, that's like
No.
right? How much do you think?
For 685 acres?
I'm gonna write that down. Yeah,
You want me to
675
guess how
of
much that
nice,
would cost?
not like shit property, like
Yeah.
full on. There's bears and lions and laggers and unicorns.
I have a
and-
condo, all right, that's not an acre. Doesn't have land.
Okay.
that's 500,000. So this
you
is
think?
Michigan. This is how I'm framing this.
Michigan, but beautiful.
Michigan
Wilderness.
land.
We're talking wilderness.
685 acres. That's a lot.
675, dude. That's almost unmanageable. That's
All right. I'm just going to throw a number out.
okay.
470. No, $400,000.
The one I saw was actually $325,000.
Wow.
Now you're thinking now 300. Now people are here going, oh, 325. That's a lot of money. Meh. You know, you finance it, you finance that for
Right.
30 years.
Right.
You're talking,
Yeah.
you know, whatever, $700 a month to have a complete city almost. I mean, that's a lot of.
That's crazy. How much? I mean, what? Yeah, I don't even know. Like the frame of reference. What is 675 acres? Is there towns that big?
Oh yeah,
mean,
I mean, that's.
what is-
I wonder how many. I wish.
Is there? Yeah, can we do?
I don't know how many miles that would be.
Let me ask Siri. Think she'll know?
Oh, that's a question. Go. Say how many. Well, you know, I'll see how you do it.
How many miles are in 685 acres?
Checking on that.
Thank you.
This might answer your question.
Oh, here we go.
Which is
Convert 685 acres to miles. Acres and miles are not compatible. Oh God, there's some pi symbol in here. Radius r of a circle from a equals pi r squared. Okay, I'm not doing that.
How would you figure that out? Acres. How many? Well, hold on. Let me ask mine.
This is driving me nuts.
Okay, hold on. Ready? How many acres are in a mile?
It's not gonna. It doesn't do it like that. It's like square
Let
foot.
me think about that.
See?
Here's what I found.
Yeah, you're gonna see a pi symbol, brother.
Unit. Come on, Siri.
3.1478910. I don't know what.
Okay, hold
pi
on.
is.
Already. How many feet are in a acre?
She's gonna say an acre. Did you mean an acre?
Let me check that. Here's what I found.
Get it
Here we
closer to
go.
the mic. Oh, she's not talking.
No, she could responding quantities of 1/8 radius of a circle. A equals that pi thing are.
I'm telling you.
117.8 feet of a circle. I don't want to figure
right,
out what a
listen,
circle is.
listen.
Come on, you're killing me.
Guys,
Anyway, so
if you're listening
it's-
at home and you know the answer, please email us. Go to heffernandreap.com.
It's like
Let us
math,
know.
man. But anyway, so I was looking at that, and then my wife said, "What about buying a camp,
Ooh.
like a full-on camp?
You mean a camp that used
Like
to
where
be
you
a
have-
camp and
where
it's
you
not
send
there?
people and stuff like that
With teepees or tents
Yeah.
and like outdoor grills in the ground?
One of
and
those.
That'd be cool.
Because I was thinking, then I would do that, and then you have some.
You could start your own camp. What would
what I
you
mean.
call your camp?
I don't know, like the class clown something where you show
Oh, you'd
people how
have
to
a
do like
comedy
funny
thing.
videos and things and comedy, and you have all these.
That'd
I
be
don't
cool.
know.
You could have like a stand.
I just want to go off the grid, man. I'm officially
done.
I'm done with almost everybody and everything. I went to
Right.
my contacts list on my
Right.
phone recently, and I looked at here's another app they need to create. I would like stats on the people in my contact list. I want to see when the last time I called them was, and how often they lob phone calls into me, or how often I lob phone calls out to them. And then you can blow out people that are just waste of space. Do you hear me? Like I have some
Yeah.
friends that I've put like 20 phone calls in over the last year, and they never really call me back. That person's dead to me. They're
Right.
done. They're done. So,
So does this mean you're changing your number, or does this mean like you're just you're when you say go off the grid, are you not online?
I want to buy
Are you-
property not in Los Angeles.
right?
And just a lot of acreage because I've been imagining I have 2 German Shepherds,
Yeah.
and I want to sit in a lawn chair with one of those tennis, like you're at a tennis court, those machines that shoot the
Yeah,
balls that
yeah.
go chunk,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then you practice serving. I want to sit with one of those next to me in my lawn chairs, drop a tennis ball in there, let it launch, and then let my German Shepherd sprint after it.
Nice.
And then just sit there all day long.
And that's what you do.
And then I go inside. And then
That's
that's all
awesome.
I do.
Have you seen these people?
I don't know if I need 675 acres to do that. That might be
Right.
a big excessive.
Would you build like a big house on like a log cabin type
Nope.
thing, or where would you live? I
Maybe
mean, what kind of
1,700 square feet.
domicile are we talking here?
I want to be a prepper without all the work of prepping. I just want to live in. Here's my prepping is to live where no one lives, and then I'll just deal with the elements.
Okay, so you're gonna have a garden.
Have a
you're gonna
garden.
have maybe some livestock.
Yeah, I'm just done with people.
Yeah. Well, I've thought about this.
Not the people who
I'd
show
love
up
to
at
do
my
that.
shows and stuff. I enjoy that moment. I enjoy that hour that I'm on stage.
Right.
And then afterwards, people go, I know you probably hear this a lot, but you're really funny. I actually enjoy hearing that because when
why
I'm
do
up
people
at...
say that? I know you hate this. You get this a lot.
I
love
enjoy
it.
hearing it.
It's a compliment.
Because I'm up at 4 a.m. traveling every other day. I need that encouragement,
Yeah.
whatever. But it's all the other stuff. Like
I've thought about that. Doomsday Preppers. Have you seen that show?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I would love to do one of those like underground situations. I think that'd be fun. You know,
should maybe look. Let's buy that property. Let's go in and on it
you
together.
want me to have these?
675.
It's in
We would
Michigan.
never have to run into each other. You realize
The winters are going to be tough. Hopefully, Kid Rock will stop by. Eminem. Is this Ann Arbor we're talking? Or we're talking
it's
outside?
up north, man. It's up in
gosh,
beautiful-
It's going to be really cold then.
beautiful territory.
What about North Carolina? We got some good.
I found 100 acres in North Carolina by where my brother lives in Raleigh. 100
let's
acres.
not be selfish. Let's go 100 acres, not
100 acres is
685.
doable.
Yeah. That's less yard for us to mow and maintain.
Yeah.
You know, and I got friends there who work cheap. They'll come by and soil the land.
All right, do it. If you're selling us any property over 200 acres, why don't you let us know by going to heffernandreap.com. You can email us. We want to start a compound. That would be awesome. And also, don't forget to go to heffernandreap.com, check out our tour dates, and just click on stuff. Just go to heffernandreap.com, start clicking on random things. Check out some past episodes if you haven't.
Can I also?
There's also a thing you can leave a message on there.
Right.
We're kind of bad at listening to them, but we want to start playing those on air.
We've only got like 4 or 5
If you ever
on there.
see us performing near you, feel free to ask us on there for free tickets. I know I've given them away in the past.
I've given them away. I've done that.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
Monday
pretty
nights
easy
on
that
the
way.
Speed Network, keep watching Are You Faster Than a Redneck? We're doing pretty good. It's a funny show, even if you don't like racing. Speed Network, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Are You Faster Than a Redneck? Do it!
Go to heffernandreap.com for tour dates and great links. Hey, did you get that? It's heffernandreap.com. Go there now.